we'll start our reflection meeting.
What does that entail? What do we have
We want to go, basically we want to cover why the team chose the cause or charity, how each team member served as a team leader, and how the team members supported each other. That's the three things that we need to cover on the reflection meeting. So, I mean, I think, the first one about why the team chose the cause or charity, we had several reasons. A, we looked at it as being a charity that managed their finances and managed their finances efficiently, and their CEO had a relatively low salary compared to what a lot of charities have, and that it was also a charity that I think all of us had personal exposure and personal influences on.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I worked with the program before in the past, so I did some we did some wounded warrior hunts at our job, at my job. So
yeah, so you worked on it. Obviously, Amy's exposure is pretty personal, and Noreen, I think you said that. What was your? I can't remember. You said something about.
I had a couple of reasons. One was I, from a personal perspective, felt like, our military, when they come home, is kind of ignored, and they don't get the support they need, and they've all put their life on their line for not only the country but us. And the second reason is my significant other is retired military, and he served in 5 wars. And he was fortunate to come home unscathed from all 5.
Wow.
Yeah, and my brother-in-law actually was deployed to Iraq for, I think it was 8 months, and he was on an MRAP behind one that hit an IED, so he has a traumatic brain injury.
Oh, goodness.
So we've had to deal with that. So I think we all had personal reasons, and the suggestion to use the Wounded Warriors Project, I think it was something that appealed to all of us personally. So I think that was kind of a no-brainer.
it was a pretty easy decision. It was a pretty collective, easy decision there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the next area is how each team member served as a team leader. So I helped out. I helped out with coordination and planning. Noreen did the researching.
Right.
Yes, she did.
Amy did scripting and writing.
Yes.
Brent did acting and directing, and then I followed up with technical production. So I think we had good participation by all of the team members.
Yeah, and it was really cool kind of how each one led to the next. So, Noreen, you coordinated, which allowed us to then, Noreen, to do the research, which allowed me to write the script, which, Brent polished for us and then put together this, and then you're going to, it kind of made a chain, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I think that touches perfectly on the other section, the other topic, which is how the team members supported each other. In addition to that, we, as one piece was done, so Noreen, once you did the research, you sent that out to all of us, and so everybody had a chance to review that, and then Amy, when you did the scripting and screenwriting, you sent that out to all of us. And then Brent, when you worked on, kind of segued in with Amy's screenwriting, then you did the the PowerPoint presentation, and now we're just leading right into the video part of it. We did that, and then now we're doing our reflection. So I think
Yeah, we had great communication between us. I mean, it flowed very well. Really flowed well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and I think obviously coming back from just coming back off of that last on top of Mount Rubric project that we all did together, I think it just worked out well for us to jump into this one too.
And it did, and I have to say, this team has been awesome, because one thing did lead to the other, but we were all very cognizant of not wanting to delay the other person's portion,
Yes.
So it was, I thought about, I really need to get this out so the group can look at it, and, if we need to make changes so it doesn't throw Amy behind. I mean, because it was all, in my opinion, we were a well-oiled machine, and we supported each other by being positive, and we encouraged, each other and gave positive feedback. So it was an awesome experience for me. And the other thing that came out of it is you guys now jumped ahead, are getting your other team project going, and it's only 3 team members, but fortunately I'm already on a team. So
you're our leading consultant in that.
That's right, I'm your consultant.
That was the worst part for me.
Yes.
Is when my learning coach told me that it required a different number of team members, and I pulled it up and looked at it, and I saw 3. My heart just fell out. I just thought, oh no. And then when Noreen, when you responded and said you were already part of a group, it was like, I hate that we don't have Noreen on the group, but it's not like we had to make a decision on who to vote off the island.
Right, vote off the island.
Yes.
Right.
That would have been the hardest thing that we would have had to do in this whole project that we've done together.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, we're a true definition of a team. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too, I think from the very beginning we had a real clear timeline as far as I think we were all real cooperative as far as when we wanted to meet next and what pieces we needed to get put together by the time that we did our recording, and everything just worked like clockwork.
Yeah.
It did.
Well, and
We only made Amy get up in the middle of the night one time.
yeah, we only made. I mean,
Well, and that's the other thing. I know we touched on that for our other project, but when we were talking about conflicts, really for us the only conflicts we've ever had has been time zone conflicts, and stuff like that. But I think that I was talking to my manager, and I was talking to a friend of mine about this whole project, actually the whole team project idea, and the fact that we've got 2 people on the East Coast, me on the West Coast, and then Amy out in the Middle East, and yet we've been able to make the whole process work together where I think it actually works real well for all of us.
I think it motivates me. It motivates me to make sure that I have my puzzle completed to hold everybody else up. And so it's helped me.
Absolutely.
The interesting part
too, I think it's really cool because it's I feel like we've kind of made friends, and so we have help and support going forward through our degree plans. And Noreen already reached out and gave me some help when I was struggling on a different project, so I think that's just great.
Well, the other piece of it, we were talking about this a little bit earlier before we started doing the actual recording, but after seeing the pace that Noreen is on, it's actually motivated me to get back in and start actually working a little bit more diligently on trying to finish my associates, I think, in a little bit faster time.
Yeah.
When I originally started, I told my learning coach that I said I don't know if it's an attainable or a realistic goal, but I said I'd like to finish in under a year, and now I've seen, Noreen will easily finish in under a year, and I've got, there's a contact that I made on LinkedIn that she started in October when I did, and I think she just finished her associates. So I mean, it's definitely attainable.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm about halfway there. I'm about halfway there. We just started into the new term, so.
Good deal.